Welcome to IndiaPulse at ISB. Today, I'm going to show you what has happened to level of manufacturing across all of India and state by state. And we are able to do this by examining what's known as electronic weigh bill or e-weigh bill. So every time something is produced, it's transported. And if you put it on a truck, and if it's more than 50,000 rupees, you need to create an e-weigh bill. So using that, we can look at the activity within each state, and we can also find out what happened to the value of goods traded all over India. And we are going to normalize it by per person. So we know how much per person activity was going on within the country. So let's look at it. It starts with January. So you'll see that January of 2020, this is what the activity looks like. Some states are darker like Gujarat and Maharashtra. Other states like Madhya Pradesh and UP are a bit lighter. But you see there are three more buttons here. It also tells you how much activity was happening within the state, how much were goods being shipped out, and how many goods were coming in. So by going across this dashboard, you can see activities in, going out, and going in at the same time. And at the side, you see what happened to value of goods traded month by month. So right now I'm showing you what happened all over India. And you do see a V-shaped recovery. So the blue line here shows what was happening in 2019, and the red line shows what happened in 2020. Now normally 2020 should have been above 2019 if there is growth. But that's not what happened because of COVID, and we see a big dip in April. But you see that we recovered pretty fast. And this is what is showing to you all over India. But I can go and show this to you state by state. So I can go hover over a state, let's say Maharashtra. So if I go to Maharashtra, click on it, now it will tell you what happened to Maharashtra month by month on this sideboard. And you see the recovery started to take place, but around September, we were back to pre-COVID levels. So if you play around with this, you will realize that some states recovered rather quickly. Let me show you Andhra Pradesh. Look at the V shape for Andhra Pradesh. It pretty much recovered, went back to the pre-COVID level by June. Look at Punjab. Punjab also seemed to have recovered pretty much by end of June. Okay, Telangana, which is my state, also seemed to have recovered pretty much by June. So these states recovered fairly quickly, whereas some other states, the recovery is taking place, but then you see a big drop again. There seems to be some downward trend in activity. Also, if you go from month to month, of course, you will see what happened in the colors in the map. When I go to April, you will see it's all light. Of course, not much activity. Gujarat is still showing a little bit more activity. And by May, recovery happens to take place. June, it's about the same. July, more states recovered. August, again a little bit more. But by September, you see a lot more activity. And around October, you are going to see the Diwali blip. You see some states got really darker, which perhaps will go down a little bit in November because the Diwali thing is over. We don't quite have data for December yet, but as we get it, we are going to update this chart. So this is the insight for this week. Come back next week for more insights. This is ISB Pulse this is India Pulse at ISB. in partnership with Transfer Technology, and this is funded generously by Omidyar Network. See you next week, next Thursday, January 21st.